Yes, people. Welcome back to another stream, guys. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel as well. If you're new, nearly 100 people locked in already. Let's see if we can get those likes to 50 likes, man. Manchester City are a day away from being crowned the best in the world. And for this preview, I thought I need to get the best Man City fans on the channel. Unfortunately, they weren't available. So we ended up with MCFC lads. I'm not in front of my QD away. What an intro. Lads, how we doing, man? You guys good?
Yeah, doing all right, mate. Doing all right, yeah.
Good. Martin, you well, mate?
Yeah. Just enjoying all the meltdown today. World Cup, no news. Next minute, World War III.
What? Why? What World War III? What's going on?
Because of the Super League, it's like fun and games.
Oh,
right? Just everything's took away from tomorrow's game.
I know, yeah, it has a little bit, and but listen, it's a big game. I've said all week that I want to win the competition. I think it's big for us. I think we need this win. We need a little bit of a boost. We need a bit of a spark, and I think this could, this could really get us going, lads. I don't know what are you on the same sort of thing as me? Are you asked about it? Like, what are you saying?
Yeah, I'm asked about it. Yeah, I want to win it because. I mean, I was just watching the coverage the other day, finding out, obviously, I was under the impression there was going to be another one of these next year, and then there was obviously the one in 2025 summer, but this is the last edition of the Club World Cup before that one in the summer of 2025. So it's like 18 months until the next one, and that'll have 32 teams in. So if you want to win the Club World Cup, this is the last chance we're going to get for it to be relatively straightforward. And yeah, you want to win it, because if we win it, we've won everything. Do you know what I mean? We've won it all at that point. So yeah, of course I want to win it.
Yeah, I think it's important, man, because obviously it's the only trophy that we've not won in terms of like the major honours, and I think we need that boost, Martin. You know what I mean? Like you've obviously on your streams recently, you know what I mean? When you've been coming on the channel, you say, look, it's not as bad as maybe some people are making out. We're only 5 points off at the top. We've maybe been a bit unlucky in them games, but this could really give us the platform to go on and kick on, could it not?
Yeah, I want to win every game. Listen, I'm the one who sits there and says the League Cup's massive. To me, you said it the other night, you can't turn your nose up at any trophy. Never mind being class best in the world. You know, we have a little song. We might actually be able to sing it at Everton and actually mean it. I mean, we are, to us we are, but officially, we could be the best team in the world. And that to me is just that is just crazy. And the thing is, it'll be a tough game. You know, any Brazilian team. I asked Liverpool when they played Flamengo in 2019. It wasn't easy. I'm not but I'm buzzing for it. I can't wait.
They're going to be proper up for it, man. You know, these South Americans, I remember when Fluminense played the semi-final, they scored. The celebrations were wild, bro. Like, it was like they've just scored a winner, a Champions League final. Compare that, if you remember the Bernardo Silva goal, where he was just like...
go like that now with Luke.
What's going on here, by the way?
What are you doing?
What the hell's going on here?
What is he doing, man?
What's going on here, by the way?
What is he doing? Is he trying to sabotage?
I'm good.
We're trying to have a... Whoa, what's going on here? He's left the stream, man. He couldn't hack it, bro. He couldn't hack me in the solo. What's going on here, man? I put him full screen, you know what I mean? He was like, nah, get me out of here, bro. I don't want this. But yeah, no, honestly, listen. Yeah, they take it seriously. They take it mega serious. And we gotta be up for it, man. We gotta be up for it because listen, this is what I say. We're better than them, yeah? We're better than them. But if we turn up and we've not got the right attitude, then we would be in serious danger of ballsing it up. And like I say, it's a big game. I want to win it. I want to lift the trophy because I think it's important. I think it'd be good. First of all, we can celebrate winning the trophy. You know what I mean? I'm going to celebrate it. I'm going to get champagne out of that. You know what I mean? Have a good little time. If you don't want it, that's fine. But even if you don't think the trophy is that important, I think it's important for our season. I think it can remind the players, Martin, that we can kick on and we are a mint team. You know?
Yeah, to me, you know, it's why I've always been gutted about that League Cup final. You win that League Cup final in February, it gives you that little kick straight to that, you know, the end straight for the season. And to win the Club World Cup, come back, listen, they're not going to go overboard. They'll celebrate it. but they'll come back buzzing. I remember, again, I know it's mad, but Liverpool won it 2019. When they went to Leicester on Boxing Day and slapped them 4-0. Right. It gave them that boost. It gave them confidence to kick on. I think it's something that we need, and I think A, it'll calm the players down, B, it'll calm the fans down, and it'll get that winning mentality back again. I'm buzzing for it. I just want to. I want it.
Yeah. No, same here. Lads, what do you make of Walker's interview? Would you stick with him for tomorrow?
I think you've got to stick with him. I think it's one of those. Obviously, some people might take. I mean, there's obviously a lot of context too with the kind of the hate he's been getting, but some people kind of take his comments too much to heart. I think what he said's bang on. At the end of the day, he's been at City now 6 years, and every time he plays for me, I think he puts his all on the pitch. He never gives up, and even if he plays badly, do you know what I mean? I think he will bounce back. So he's now our captain. He's potentially going to lead us to a Club World Cup final, and I think you've got to stick with him. He's a captain at the end of the day. You can't be giving in. And I've seen these accounts on Twitter having a go at him, saying get rid of him. You know, that meal he had with Pep was a disaster. They need to just shut up some of these guys. They don't know what they're on about. And you got to back him. Do you know what I mean? You got to back him until he literally can't kick a ball. I think you've just got to back him because he's the captain at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, Tinsay don't agree. He says Ake, Diaz, Stones, Akanji. So what I would have done, I would have dropped him for the last game. Yeah, I would have played Akanji at right back, but I thought last game he played all right. I thought he was much more like he was back in his old sort of system with John Stones in there. Now, I know he made 2 mistakes. You know, the one where he tried passing the ball to Edison, there was a guy stood right in front of him, and he got robbed on the right-hand side. But I thought overall he had a good game, and I'd stick with him. I would stick with him. What about Diaz? Lads? Would you stick with him, or would you stick with Akanji and Stones?
I could definitely see Akanji and Stones, but obviously Stones is not too recent back from his injury, so I could see why Stones wouldn't play. But at the same time, I think that hot weather, you're far less. I don't want to jinx it, but you're far less likely to get an injury or something in that hot weather. But just because the way your muscles move and that, I think I'm not trying to go into some like weird science stuff, but I think if you're playing it on a cold night game at Everton, I think an injury is quite likely. You might not want to risk someone like that, but I think definitely throw him in because he needs minutes. Stones. So I think maybe chuck Stones in. Yeah.
I think Stones is basically like he's got to start every game. Well, not start every game because obviously you can't start him every game because then he gets injured. But like that, the big games, you just got to start him, Martin, man, because like it's so important to his team. And I keep saying this all the time, and opposition fans don't fully understand why I keep saying it, but for me, when he's in the team, we are a vastly, vastly superior side. I know Aston Villa, we didn't really show that, but we are a vastly superior side when he's in the side.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I'm not sure Pep will. Because again, I'm not sure if he thinks he's ready for the 2 games in a week. It's whether Pep's confident he can break down, because I would like him to play. But then if he plays, breaks down, then he's out for Everton. You're then kicking yourself.
Yeah, but you can't.
So I don't know.
You can't do that, Martin.
Yeah, I know, but what point is he ready for 2 weeks? Obviously, we don't know what this injury state is with him. At the moment, he's basically John Biscuits. He's not John Stones because he's made out of biscuits right now. He's falling apart like every other game. And I think it just totally depends on the management style and what Pep wants to do. Personally, I'd play him all day. I'd play John Stones all day. I think he's the best ball playing centre back in world football. I love the guy. It's just whether or not he's got the legs to go for 2. Well, it'll be 3 in a week virtually. Can he play 3 games in a week?
Why? What was the other ones?
Because you got Everton on the 27th, haven't you?
Yeah, that's 6 days away, man. Short. Tomorrow's the 22nd. You're not telling me you can't play.
22nd, they'll fly back probably 23rd. Yeah, so you got 3 days, call it, because they'll have a rest day when they get back. Yeah, they generally have a rest day. So I don't know, because it's like the Walker scenario. because you could play Diaz and Stones, but then you have no. The Walker one's the intriguing one because I get the hoo-ha. I know why fans are upset. I think fans are more upset about the Fergie comment than they are probably anything else. I think that's the bit that's riled everyone up because he said we're not as good as the Fergie team in that era. But I said this a month ago, 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. Players read everything that gets said. Were they just going to shut up and keep quiet? They were going to fight back at some point against people. And maybe it's not the best time. Is there ever a right time to come out and defend yourself?
When you've been playing, I think, when you've been playing well.
I don't know. Maybe it's the wrong time to do it.
I think you just defend yourself on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? And I think he's got to a bit, but yeah,
because it didn't go down particularly well with. I to be honest with you, I didn't think it was like that much of a big deal. To be honest with you, I read the comments. I was like, listen, some of the stuff I thought he said was a bit unnecessary and a bit like. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like, oh, everyone's just blaming me, and he said, oh, everyone's blaming me for all the losses. And I thought, you don't really need to say that. But I didn't really think it was as bad as some people were making out. But I just maybe like you lads, maybe just stick to playing the best on the pitch. You know what I mean? And putting the best performances rather than the interview. I don't think it was particularly well timed, but yeah, like Karl says, it wasn't. I don't think it was a bad interview. No, I just don't think people liked the timing of it, maybe because he's not been playing particularly well. But like I said, I thought he played all right in the last game. Now I know he made 2 mistakes, big mistakes, and on another day it could have cost us. But I do think he played all right. He was much more in that position that we've seen him last year, where he was like a third centre back rather than bombing down the wing and try to get forward in that. And that's what I just think we need to do. The question is, does he bring Diaz back in and go back to what worked last year with Diaz Stones? But I don't think Diaz has been playing particularly well, and Akanji deserves to play. Akanji's played well this season. He might have one. I'm
more worried he drops Aka.
But I'm sorry, that would just be stupid if he did.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But you would, you know what I mean? It would be Pep to drop Aka and bring Gavardio back.
He can't.
You're like, what are you doing? Nathan Ake should be on there before anyone.
I agree. There's no way he drops Nathan Ake. I just don't see that happening, bro. Nathan Ake is just so solid. Yeah, but nah, you can't do that, man. Lads, he's not dropping Ake, in it.
Nah, surely not. Surely not.
I don't see that. I want to go through. I want to go for a starting 11 on Tactical Pad, and we can try and maybe build a starting 11. Now there was some new lads. I don't know if you know about this. What's going on here with Haaland and Doku? Because some weird stuff going on here. We've seen some photos of Haaland in training.
Yeah, no. So I think the photos of Haaland and Doku in training. The way I interpret those is they were just playing with the ball by themselves. I don't think they were actually in the actual team training. Because the day before, Pep said he's not going to train as well. So I think De Bruyne has been in the actual team training. I think Haaland and Doku have just been knocking the ball about by themselves. That's what I thought anyway. I might be wrong.
Yeah, apparently they weren't taking any. They're not going to take any part whatsoever.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I think Haaland and Doku are probably about a week or 2 away each. From
well, I'm not sure why they tweeted that out because it got everyone gassed.
Yeah, it did. I think they're just knocking the ball about there, to be fair.
Right, okay, well, let's try and build an 11 and see if we can agree on a starting 11. So, obviously, Edison will start in goal, I imagine. That's not really a surprise. So, we all in agreement that Kyle Walker starts right back here,
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'm happy with that. Right, you was a little bit you wasn't sure, Martin. John Stones, what we're saying, is he playing tomorrow or not?
Yeah, go on.
Okay, who partners him?
I think he will bring Diaz back.
You think it'll be Diaz?
Lads,
what are you saying?
I'm not sure. I'm not too sure, I don't know if Diaz plays.
When was the last time Diaz was dropped for 2 games straight?
Yeah, good point.
Not injured.
Yeah, good point.
I thought Akanji, man. Why? What are you saying, lad? So you go for?
Well, yeah. I mean, as much as you want to win this game, I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe Diaz needs a rest. Do you know what I mean? He plays often, so.
Akanji?
I know. Obviously, like you said, he doesn't often miss 2 games in a row. But I'm tempted to say Akanji there.
Yeah, I'm going to Akanji. Sorry, Martin, you've been overruled.
Been outvoted, Martin.
Akanji.
Fine with that.
Surely we all agree that Nathan Ake has to start left back here.
No, I've lost out on that one, so I want Josko Gavardio and a left back.
No, it's a democracy, man.
No, Ake.
Yeah.
Ake in, right? And like I say, I do feel a little bit sorry for Gavardio because I don't think he's done particularly much wrong. I feel like it's a little bit harsh that he's been dropped, but it's not been dropped because something that he's done, in my opinion. It's just a case of, we've got to go back to Ake. Will he bring Gavardio in? I think there's potential. Will he bring Diaz in? Maybe. I could just run this. The same back four that he played in the last game. It was pretty solid. The only thing really danger that we had was when Welker made a couple of mistakes, but hopefully he can iron that out of his game. Rodri will obviously start, yeah? Rodri will play. Yeah. Chilling. Mm-hmm. Right, midfield, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting because Núñez played well. I actually think Kovacic played all right as well, but you do have Bernardo Silva, you got Foden, you got Alvarez that you could play in there as well. Lads, what would your midfield two be?
I think Núñez has got to be in there after that performance in the other game. So I think Núñez is in there. I'm not going to use that. I think Alvarez is obviously a bit further forward. I'm tempted to put Foden in there as well.
Foden.
But I don't know what anyone else thinks. Yeah, I'm thinking Foden and Núñez there.
Well, Foden is the 10.
Yeah.
What are you saying, mine?
It's what I want. It's whether Pep will do it. Because it's... yeah, I'm putting Foden as 10. Because to me, I've got Bernardo right, Grealish left, Alvarez up front.
Okay, Foden in the 10. I'd actually go with that midfield three as well. I would go for that midfield three. I think it's really good. You know what I mean? You get that balance with Rodri, Stones pushing in. Núñez can, like I say, Núñez can do something slightly different to the other players in the way that he drives forward. And again, you can give Foden that little bit of protection with Núñez, Rodri, and John Stones, which I think is nice as well. And I think does the forward three just pick itself?
Yeah,
it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Unless he does do a wild card and throws a bob in or something, but I don't. I think Oscar Bob would be more off the bench.
Do you think that there's any? Sorry, do you think there's any chance that maybe Alvarez might be benched again and we'll play false nine? Or do you think Alvarez comes back in?
I think Alvarez comes back in. Yeah, I think Alvarez got to come back.
Yeah, and drop Alvarez, Martin. But if he does that's not great for Alvarez, really, is it? If he gets dropped 2 games in a row in favour of a
I think he needs a rest, though. He does need that rest for me.
I don't know in a final, though, man. I think he'd probably want to play, especially being against a South American team. I think that he'll have the desire to play in that.
Yeah, I think he'll be there, Alvarez.
I'd stick with Alvarez. I'd put him back in. So, what would you go Alvarez as well, Martin, or would you rest him?
Yeah. No, that's it. I wouldn't be, but I do feel a bit harsh on Kovacic as well because I thought he did all right the other night.
Yeah, no, of course he did, of course. But I think what you have to do with this game is right. Like I say, we should be winning this year. We should be winning this game. For me, what you have to do, you not an experiment, but you kind of got to use this game as a little bit of like, right, how can we put a team out that we could potentially use in the Premier League, which can actually like create stuff and actually like win football matches. And for me, Núñez over Kovacic is more adventurous. And I think Kovacic is the guy. Yeah, if we're winning this game 2-0 in the 70th minute, put Kovacic on for Foden and have Rodri, Kovacic, and Núñez just keep the ball for the last 20 minutes. But I think you've got to have Núñez in there. You've got to have Foden in there. You absolutely got to have Foden in there. And I think Kovacic just misses out. And listen, it's probably slightly harsh. He played well in the last game. Gavardio, it's harsh that he's not playing. Probably slightly harsh that Diaz isn't playing. Even though he's made a couple of mistakes. But this is it. This is for me. Yeah, we've got to go with this team. Big up Tom Little in the chat says you got 100% got to use pace against this side. They play 40-year-old Felipe Melo and 37-year-old Marcelo, so you can get him behind. Okay, what players have pace in our team, bro? This is the problem, man. We ain't you. We ain't got Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez. We have players like Bernardo Silva and Jack Grealish, bro. The only guy with pace we've got is
Walker, man. Get him up front.
Oh no, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see Kyle Walker up this side of the pitch, man. Nah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see it. So you guys confident? We're going to get the W tomorrow? Classed world champions.
Yeah, I'm confident.
I think it'll be close. I don't think it'll be, 3-4, 5-0, what some might expect. I think it might be a 1-0, a 2-1, something like that.
I reckon I'm reckoning like a 2 or 3-0. I don't know if they'll score. I can't see him scoring.
But when I watched him in the last game, their defense and midfield is very slow, yeah, but their attackers are very fast. That John Arias, right winger, very tricky. He's only 26, very pacey. He looks like a decent player. You know what I want to say? I'd love us to get another clean sheet. I would. I'd love us to get another clean sheet, man. They've been in, they're rare. They're rare for our club right now. And if we can keep a clean sheet tomorrow, that's obviously good because it probably means we win the game, unless we lose on penalties. And that gives me a bit of confidence, man. Obviously, the next game coming up after this is Everton, man.
You gotta go there with something about it. Do you know what I mean? You can't go there, limp wristed again because we're just gonna lose.
Yeah,
be up for that, especially with all the charges and all that stuff. Do you know what I mean? They are going to be up for that. So we've got to go there and put on a show.
It's been a fortress the last few games.
Yeah, a couple of score lines coming in. Karl with a 3-1, Chris with a 3-1, Ovidius Zane 2-1, Elder 3-1, Quinny with a 4-1, Dr. Footy 1-0, Sam with a 2-0, Chroma Biss with a 2-1. Yeah, 5 minutes for KDB.
Don't think they're registered, are they? I read somewhere
they're not in the 23-man team.
Is it Doku, Haaland, and KDB? They're not in it anymore, are they?
Yeah, they're not in the team.
I need a minute, no. Right, so you're not going to see that. Do either of you think he could play at Everton?
Nah.
Who, De Bruyne now?
De Bruyne, yeah.
No.
That's not a game you chuck someone on that's coming back from injury either. And the thing is with De Bruyne as well, you've had him out 4 months or something. You're not going to want to rush him back by a week for the sake of it.
And make it an home game as well.
Yeah, Sheffield United at home is the perfect time to give him 10 minutes, I think, if he's ready by then. And if he's not, then I think just leave it a bit longer. But yeah, with someone like De Bruyne, if somebody's been out that long, what's the point risking it for the sake of another week? Unless it's right at the end of the season and you really need him. I just don't see the point of it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Look, I'm buzzing for the game, man. I think hopefully it's a special occasion. City can lift the Club World Cup. And as Lad said earlier on, this is the last time the Club World Cup is being played in this format. There is no Club World Cup next year. And then in 2025, it's completely different. We've obviously been invited to it. We'll be there. But it'll be a completely different style of tournament. So it's quite a special tournament in that sense. It's the last one being played in this format. We've never won it before. Let's go and win it. Let's crown ourselves officially best team in the world. And then have a little party, you know what I mean? It is what it is. 6 p.m. kickoff, yeah, UK time. So make sure you get on that, guys. For you guys in different parts of the world. I think
this is the last big one as well, because like you said, the other one's in the summer. And I think we'll end up using it a bit like a pre-season.
Yeah,
really weird teams and all, 11s and all sorts going out.
I think someone told me that it's 2 weeks after the Champions League final it starts. So it's weird.
It's daft. And then when it ends, you've got like 3-4 weeks before the league starts again. So it's just going to be pre-season.
You literally have got no break whatsoever. You're going to be skipped from one to the other.
Because when are the players going to have to? Maybe that 3-week break or 2-week break after the Champions League is they just go away and go on holiday and then they come back, and is that then the pre-season? But then you end it. And then you've got another like 3-week gap. And so what do they do there? Do you have to then play more games, or do you give them a bit of an holiday and then have I think it's gonna make it tough for the teams that go there. I think it's gonna make it really, really tough, man, because it's poorly scheduled, to be honest. But obviously
it's about money, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Yeah,
man.
it's all about money.
It's the same with the Super League, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's the way the cookie crumbles right now. It's all about cash. But yeah, listen, guys, it's only a short one today, man. I've been on so many channels today, man. I'm a bit knackered in it, so I'm going to go to bed. But Martin is continuing the chat at 9 o'clock on his channel, Mancunian Way. Stream will redirect you there. So if you want to check out what these guys have got to say, make sure you go over to Mancunian Way. Lads, I've seen he's done a couple shorts. He's done a short today speaking about the Super League, mate. Cooking it. You're not happy, are you, bro?
Nah, not happy with that. Get rid of that stuff, man.
Not happy, man. So go check out MCFC.
Until 9 o'clock, you'll really see someone who went after. I am going to explode.
Right, okay, fair enough. So that's to check in to see Martin explode.
I'm having it. Not having it.
Martin, you better not be clickbaiting me. I'm expecting you to actually.
No, I'm not having it. I've had Alan already. Can't wait. I'm loving it. I'm like, shut up, get out of town.
Yeah,
not having it.
If your video doesn't get demonetized by the aggression that you show, then that's it's not aggressive.
That's it. Coming after you.
Listen, guys, I'm going to be live in the daytime tomorrow. I'm going to chat about this transfer nonsense. Some stuff's coming out about City are not going to make any signings in January. So I'm going to go live in the daytime for that. And then we are live at 5 p.m. UK time to bring you all the pre-match build-up for the Club World Cup final. Please join me. It's going to be our madness. It's going to pop off. And then if we win, boom, we'll have a little party, man. I'm going to get the beers out. So, yeah, there's the link on screen for Mancunian Way. He's live in 30 minutes. Go and check him out. Obviously, you know where Lads is. All the links are in the description. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll catch you tomorrow for the Club World Cup final. Peace out, people.